Good evening, folks. We are back. We're doing a one-shot because to celebrate International Self-Care Day, we have told the two people who are not feeling great that they should go and rest up. So instead, we're doing a one-shot with Rowan, with Eden, and with someone you have never met. I don't know if you've met before, actually. Maybe you've met before if you've been watching us on the Twitch in the old days where we were playing Jackbox with Eden. But
indeed,
to do International Self-Care Day, let me just get the exact wording. It is International Self-Care Day. What is your favourite part of self-care? Or what is your favourite suggestion of self-care? Starting with Rowan.
Oh fuck, why'd you pick me first?
Because I had a choice of you or Eden, and Eden was nodding, so I assumed that...
God damn it, cigarettes. Hi, I'm Rowan, and my version of a good self-care day is not going to work, sleeping until 7 p.m, getting a pizza, and then going right back to bed again.
I cannot complain about that.
I can marathon sleep like no other.
Alright, next we have Mr. Eden.
hello. I'm Eden, and I guess I like going for a nice long walk in a nice green place. I'm lucky because I've got the local gardens just one road away, so I can just pop out, take a nice walk all the way down to the beach from my place. Takes about half an hour, and yeah, just nice, pleasant.
Alright, and joining us today is Miss Klepto.
Hello. I think avoiding the outdoors at all costs is the best way for me to take care of myself.
Avoiding the outdoors at all costs?
The rain makes me itchy, the sun burns me. Like, I just can't cope with the outside, so I'll just stay away from it. Pollen. Oh,
I love nature, but I am horribly, I've had the worst hay fever. And one time my cousin may or may not have got me lost on purpose in a cornfield, and my hay fever acted up so bad in the 2 hours I was stuck in there that I could not see nor breathe properly by the time I was out. I think I had to take 6 antihistamines. Thanks,
I think we just
cousin.
need to be put in a bubble. Best way.
Yeah.
So, as I said, we're not doing a Dark Tide today, we are doing a one-shot. And half an hour ago I did not know what one-shot we were doing, but we have discussed ideas, we have written some things, and
we have read the deep lore.
We have read the deep lore, and we are ready.
Beacons in the darkness.
Thank you for resubbing,
Stars in the emptiness of the void.
We are here. We're going to run WorldUnder, which is, I'm sure, legally distinct enough from Underworld, but you all know what it is. Underworld secretly, but don't tell anyone. So WorldUnder, the RPG, which involves, as I'm sure you're aware, the vampire spelt legally different, Lycan spelt legally different, and because we can't really get away with humans.
Just call them werewolves. Yes. It counts, right?
Yeah, you can spell humans different as well, I suppose. You just use a what?
Humans.
Yeah. Double O's.
Humans. Vampires with 2 Y's. Lycans
double
have 3
Y.
I's in them.
Everyone's got
Lycans
double Y.
are super friendly. They like everything.
Everyone's got double Y. Yep.
They're like the Lycans, but they're even hairier. There you go.
So, each of the cast have chosen which one of these 3 they would like to play. Because we're just going to have one of each. So, starting with Rowan, give a vague idea what your character's going to be like.
Hello. My character is a werewolf, obviously. I think I'm going to go with lesbian werewolf. Angry lesbian werewolf. That's what I'm going to go with.
How angry are we talking?
Very angry.
Are we
Still working out the accent.
Are we talking like spray-painted dungarees angry? Are we just
we're talking baseball cap and flannel angry.
Ooh, right, okay, gotcha. All right, the vampire is of course Klepto.
Yes, I'm Mildred. I'm a Lovely vampire. I don't like to hurt people. I just want everyone to get along. It's very bookish.
And of course, what would a vampire and a werewolf be without their human accomplice?
Well, earlier off stream, it was mentioned that maybe I could be their child. And I'm thinking, with my character being kind of like a little telepath, like that's this human's angle, at least. My character's going to be like a 11-year-old boy named Sonny Jim. He's going to talk like this, Lord.
We love you, Sonny Jim.
Oh fuck! Is it a lesbian couple and their adopted child? Is that what this?
Fucking A.
Fuck it.
Sorry, folks, I've not taken my meds. So, yeah, so we have a lesbian couple and their small child. Their small empath of a child. Oh dear.
Where did we find him?
What do you mean you find him? He's your son.
Maybe he found you. He just turned up one day. Hello, mummies.
Just one day, a child turned up at the door and
One day, if all the pieces broken.
Hello. Small
Betty.
man.
Ah, fuck! We're gonna have to take care of another one, aren't we?
So,
Yes, dear, it's what we do. Look at him, he's so cute and helpless. Can't kick him out.
Bald.
He looks at you with kind of very cold eyes. He looks a bit like Damien from The Omen.
Oh, creepy little human.
is it the stairs be a little too long style of?
He's gonna start chopping up hair and putting it in soup.
You're not going to like the next Dark Tide episode. Anyway,
Oh God.
So, the three of you, living as your small commune that you are, have a small flat in the world of WorldUnder. And you live basically next to a library. And one sort of early evening, as soon as the sun has gone down, you hear the sound of glass shattering from it. And as you look out the window that sort of looks over it, you notice several people in very tight leather smashing the windows and shooting at something inside. And you hear a voice saying, "Get in! Get the books now! They're very important!" What do you do?
Honey, the yobs are back again.
Messing with the library again, vengeance! I know I'm not a violent person, but fuck it! They're hurting books.
Do you want me to go out there and sort them out, love?
Yes, please, darling.
Okay.
I'll just stay here with Sonny Jim. I don't want him seeing such horrible violence.
Put the blinds down. Put the blinds down. I'll go sort it out.
Sonny Jim was stood at the window already. Like, before it had even gone off, he was stood there waiting.
I like to think we've got like complete blinds to try and block out the sun in every fucking room. I want fairy lights. Can there be fairy lights?
Yes.
Of course, there's fairy lights, darling.
Okay, rainbow fairy lights everywhere. It's got to be like a gamer chair and like a massive PC or something. And several cats.
Yeah, Sonny Jim's
Yes.
observing. How many people and what can he see happening out in the street?
He sees 6 people dressed in very fine, very finely tailored leather, running in, and then lots of sort of purpley lights shining out from inside of the library through the windows.
Ah, fuck it. They got the UV.
Oh no. I'll get the sunscreen.
Yeah, factor 200 over in the corner, yeah?
Yes.
I'm going to take off my nice flannel because I don't want it ripping.
What are the extent of Sonny Jim's powers in terms of, like, can he reach out telepathically and try and gauge intent from any of these individuals?
Sure. Roll your int.
D20?
Yep. Everything will be D20.
Oh, fuck, I didn't say my character name, did I?
No, you didn't.
I'll reuse one from one of my very old OCs, Evelyn Lowell. Let's go with that.
Oh God, what was that one
Surname
from?
is She-Wolf. This was my OC back in the days where Rowling was not a piece of shit. So
The before time. We don't talk about before time.
the before time, before she went down the deep dark holes of the internet. We'll ignore that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna reuse this. Fuck it. I want to use this somewhere.
Fair. Just realised I'm not on the dice rolling channel. Apologies. Okay. So that's okay. Right. So you learn the intent that they are looking for a book. It seems to be a book about controlling lichens. That is somewhere in the library.
Mummy, that. I've trapped myself in a corner now having to put this fucking voice on.
Because when the voice breaks, I'll go, fucking hell, puberty was hard on you.
Yeah. Ugh.
Who's mum and who's mummy?
I think I'm mummy.
Yeah, why
You're
not?
definitely... You're ma.
Mummy, they're looking for a book. A book about werewolves.
What about werewolves, dear? There's a lot of books about werewolves in there.
And he tried to gauge more intent because he didn't really get that information.
It's like tuning in, you know.
It's like,
He's
Dialing in.
squinting hard out of the window.
As he
Heads looking as you're
roll
trying to get the
again,
right
as he
angle.
narrows his eyes to try and establish more detail. You're very loud. You are very loud. Just not be as loud.
On 20.
Nat 20, yes. It seems to be a book about... it would be a way to re-establish basically full control over lichens so that they could have them as slaves again, so they could get rid of all the humans they currently employ.
Sonny Jim turns his head slowly towards Mummy. He goes, they want to control you, Mummy.
oh no. Well, we cannot have that, can we, darling?
Where are the fucking keys? At this point, I'm just clatting around looking for the keys.
Well, if you put them in the same place as always, then you wouldn't lose them all the time.
Yeah, but where was that?
It was by the door.
I'm looking by the door. I can't find it.
It's that nice little dish.
While you're arguing, Sonny Jim has just quietly walked across the room, found the keys, picked them up, and is just stood next to you holding them, eerily
I'd
looking
like the
up.
idea of him just following her around, holding them up. And she's just looking around, going, like, she's just doing nothing. Just...
Oh, I knew this kid would be useful. Thanks, sweet. Right, okay, I'm gonna fucking beat him up.
Come on, Sonny Jim, we better keep an eye on her.
Evelyn is now in nothing but underwear, running down to the library. Not ruining my fucking flannel for these bastards.
So that's a normal day for you.
Baseball cap is still on.
It's time to duel.
Jewel. Jewel.
Yeah.
Oh,
Good
dear.
lord.
So yes, you run down the stairs towards the library with the rest of your small family in tow. Are you going to just sort of turn into a werewolf when you get to the bottom of the stairs? Or are you going to sort of change as you run down? What are you going to do?
I'm gonna do it as soon as I'm like in the building and out of sight. Like I'm not gonna like give us away or anything, you know? I feel like it's gonna get a bullet in my head.
Are you going to run into the library before you change?
Yes. Very quickly change, like as soon as I'm in sort of thing.
Okay. Let me just see if there's anyone around that notices. As you run in, you do hear the sound of a high-pitched whistle, and there seems to be someone standing next to a cop car that's now running towards you, waving a flag at you.
Do I know what flag it is?
It seems to be like a small red flag he's got in his hand for some reason.
Brain breakage, like.
And as the whistle drops from his mouth, he goes, "Indecent exposure in the library! We won't stand for that!"
He's gonna turn to a werewolf in front of him.
Let's see. Yep, he just kind of does the sort of like his jaw just distends about 5 different levels and then just goes, "Ah!" and runs the other way, waving
Gonna flip him off
frantically.
as he's going.
He drops his whistle.
I take
Cool.
his whistle.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know, have a small, high-pitched whistle.
Yeah. The human body is not indecent!
Back.
Alright. So you're now inside the library itself. Oh, that's the wrong one. We'll close that. There we go. You're now inside the library itself. You've come through the sort of side wall. Side door. In front of you there are several rows of what looks like sort of general sort of reading tables. Some of them have been pushed over and they look like they've had several bullets. They've been used as sort of a basic bullet shield. You see the general destruction leads off to the left.
Cool. I guess I'm just gonna head over that way rather quickly.
Can
Hoping
Sunny
to
Jim
run in
sense
back
if?
or
Oh, sorry, can Sunny Jim sense if there's anything like up ahead and like people hiding around corners or anything like that?
Give me another int roll. I love how we've gone into third person.
Oh,
Sonny Jim says hi, mummy.
oh yeah. Yeah, I don't want to embody Sunny Jim. I feel like there's something eerie about it. So no, I've got to put it in the third person. It's away from me. He's an entity.
You don't want to call me mummy?
It's strange. Again, trapped myself in a corner.
There's a lot of growling coming from Evelyn. Basically translate to you treat your mum with respect, you don't use that tone around her.
Yes, did you tell him?
Hands on hips as a werewolf. Just a bra.
Sonny Jim just kind of he stares at you for a moment and then runs over to like the tables with the bullet holes and just starts sort of putting his fingers in the bullet holes and like ignoring you intentionally and like being devious and enjoying the destruction.
Nadia, don't poke holes. Help me write the tables. Let Ma deal with this. She can kick all the butts.
But they had so much fun in here.
Who had fun, dear?
The people up ahead.
They were having fun at the library. That is not what the library is for.
It's coming to misuse the photocopier.
Sonny Jim's gonna just run off up ahead by himself.
Okay.
Just
Are you
in a-
running to the left or to the right or straight ahead?
Straight ahead.
Okay.
So you can see him just going off into the distance.
I feel like we're like 3 different Venn diagrams of cursed.
It's Underworld. We keep it simple. There's just it used to be 2
Well
factions.
done,
Now we've
it's legally
like,
different.
yeah.
Yes.
It's a good thing we got him those light up shoes.
I can't bark, I can't growl, I can try. I don't know if you want me to try.
It's entirely up to you.
There you go.
I'll do. So, Sonny Jim has just ran in. He's ran past several toppled bookcases, and is currently running to what looks like a small, sort of smouldering remains of a PC that was aside of a desk that seems to have been shot through the mortar. There's now just a sort of husk that's smoking quite noticeably.
Okay. Is the keyboard still in place in front of it? Sonny Jim runs straight up to the keyboard and starts bashing on top again. Ha ha! And doesn't really like do anything more than that in that moment.
I feel like disciplining a child while I'm like a 7-foot tall hairy monster is probably a bit too much. So I'm gonna go try and sniff out where the bad guys are.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. So are you going to the left then? Okay. What's dear mummy doing?
I am going to wrangle Sonny Jim. Like, no, dear, this is already broken. We'll find one that works. And I will take him away to find a computer that works.
Okay. So this image of you just unplugging the keyboard and just letting him carry it with him like some sort of guitar.
No, we go see what Ma's doing.
Alright.
And as I'm like walking past books that have toppled over and everything, I'm like fixing them, putting them back on their shelves.
Putting it back, looking like, that's neat, that's tidy, then you just tilt it a little bit and realise there's a big bullet hole right the way through it, and you go, ah, these people.
No respect for books.
No. Alright, so to the left there's a small set of stairs. It leads sort of a wide set of stairs, but they're quite short up the way, and they lead up to what looks like another massive selection of books that have been again shot through quite heavily by what looks like quite large caliber rifles.
Gonna sneak through, kind of low to the ground, creepy werewolf.
Okay.
I like to think that she's got like really spiky back fur and everything, you know,
All right.
like a mane almost.
Okay. All right. So, is Mummy and Sonny Jim following then?
Yeah, we'll be like a little bit behind. Yeah, trying to keep an eye.
All right. So you follow on, and as you're walking towards the stairs, off to the side you see what looks like a cabinet containing. It looks like a very well restored set of armor that has quite a large axe with it. You doing anything, or
But like Sonny Jim is like, let's say 11 or 12.
Mm-hmm.
How big is this axe by comparison to Sonny Jim? Could they potentially try and wield this if they ran straight up to it and like try and grab it off the armor?
On a random high roll, you probably could pick this thing up and hurl it quite dangerously.
I'm thinking he wants to keep hold of it for now. Is like, this is like he's going to turn around. My intent here, screw it. I'll just say it. Like, he's going to try running straight up to it and grabbing it, pulling it away from the armor, and then swinging it about and being, "Look at me, mum! Look at me, mummy!"
This is a very nice axe, dear. Well done. So proud of you.
Do me a strength roll. Let's see what this does.
In the background, there's just everyone like, you're letting him do that? There's no words, it's just... Discipline the child.
The child just ran up, picked this massive axe up, spun it around. There's the sound of glass shattering as the axe goes through the display case. The armor tumbles to the floor. It's the loudest sound that's happened in the last about 5 minutes. You hear the sound
was a bit clumsy.
in the distance of someone going, "Hey, what happened back there? What is it? Let's go check it out."
Can I like work out where they are?
You know that they're ahead of where you are, but they seem to be. The sound that you can hear is the sound of them quickly running back to where, obviously, the child is spinning the axe in the air, like continuing to knock bits of the armor around the floor.
I'm gonna lie just out of view where I think they're gonna come out and lie in wait for them. So the second they go past, I can pounce on them.
All right. Roll. Let's say roll dex.
Yeah. Cool. Is it the +7 then?
Yeah.
Cool. 9.
They run past a lot faster than you expected them to, and you jump out, missing them by a clear meter, but they seem too distracted at the noise that Sonny Jim is making. And as they run into the main sort of area and looking around, they just look at this child standing there with their ponytails and sort of tight leather armor and machine guns pointed at this small child, spinning this axe around and around, knocking bits of armor around the floor.
Can I take a wild swing at him Are they close enough to? I'm imagining this is like, is it like a hand axe kind of thing, or is it more of like a pole axe?
It's like a sort of it's kind of like quite a large, chunky axe. Apologies, AJ, that one bosses. I thought they were. Sorry, I must have completely forgotten.
Or what has AJ missed?
AJ's missed the first 20 minutes.
Do we need a summary?
It's something, AJ. It's something.
We're playing Underworld. Sorry. World Under.
WorldUnder. Let's do some polite coughing. We can fix it in editing. Right. Okay. So you do me a strength roll. Let's see where this spinning axe goes.
My luck today.
You're
what the hell's
getting
going
crazy luck today.
20 again.
The axe. It might be better if you figure it out as you go, AJ. Sonny Jim spins round. The axe comes loose in his hands. It flies across the room. It decapitates both vampires standing in the hallway. It embeds in the wall mere millimeters above Mom's head.
See, and you wanted to get him rid of the axe.
As in that goes, Sonny Jim kind of like seeing the heads popping off and everything, runs up to the falling bodies and kind of runs around them in a circle going,
delighted the small fountains of blood are just trickling as these bodies just slump together and fall down.
Evelyn's tail is wagging. This is a proud werewolf mummo. The child has learnt to murder.
So there's now two dead vampires in the hallway. And Sonny Day is running around now completely covered in vampire blood.
Well, you're going straight in the bath when we get back home.
I assume that you've got a pack of wipes on you somewhere. Can I just mix the wipes and then just start like...
Yeah, even though he's 11 years old, I've still got like the whole nappy bag scenario going on.
Yeah, full on. It's just like a giant and a hunch through again. Like...
There's always a lot of incidents with Sonny Jim.
11 is young for a vampire. I am over 400. Of course, it's still wipes time.
Still baby. My baby, precious baby boy.
He's pulling away and trying actually to get away. And I want to try and get out of the hands.
Evelyn's like holding your arm like ruff, 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 ruff. You know? Like, no, you're going to get cleaned up.
So your attempts to get away have failed as they grab you by the ear and just gently pull you back towards them. And that way only a mother can.
Giant hunched over werewolf monster.
Oh, dear.
I feel like she's becoming a chihuahua at this point.
A werewolf.
Oh, good lord.
A werewolf would work quite well.
Walking in World of Warcraft, they got their models updated. Oh, they were horrific.
Oh, God. Right, so, now that the two vampires have fallen to the ground, are you wanting to loot them at all? Or you want to just leave the bodies there? What do you want to do?
Kick them?
Okay.
Yeah, I'll have a look through their lovely leather jackets.
They have two quite large machine guns.
Mm-hmm.
They have...
Machine guns.
It's just the idea of like a werewolf heat.
Yeah.
Like,
we'll make a nice anniversary present.
Anniversary present, like fucking rainbow straps around a wall.
So they
Just doing like, oh, thank you, sweetie. You know me too well.
Exactly my colour. Right, so there's two machine guns. There is a couple of what looks like grenades of some kind. And there is what looks like a small serrated dagger that each of them seem to carry as a sort of boot knife. So it's two of you. And then you've got your standard, if you want, for any reason, the sort of skin-tight leather armour that vampires seem to find fashionable.
Oh no, I grew out of that face years ago. A nice cardigan is much better.
Something along the lines of, oh yeah, it's much softer for hugging too. But it is just, you know.
While they're conversing, can Sonny Jim recover the axe?
Yes. Do a strength roll, try and pull it out of the wall.
Alright, okay.
As the language of love continues in the background. The axe is deeply wedged in the wall. As you try and wiggle it loose, there's a sound like water suddenly spraying from within the wall, and the axe flies loose as a water vein has been sort of water pipe has been broken, spraying water all over the floor.
Grab as many books as you can!
Sonny Jim picks up the axe and yells, "Don't worry, I'll protect you, mummies!"
What's that tape that had that advert where the guy just slaps them on and it fixed it? What was that called? Flexitape?
Yeah, I think so, Flexitape.
I assume as a butch lesbian that I just own some of that.
Do you have it with you at all times, though?
Sorry?
Do you have it with you at all times?
I mean, probably. I have a small child in the house.
It's true, you do have a
I'm dumping it out of the bag, like the nappy bag, because I want to put books in it. So,
Yep.
have a look through the nappy bag for Flexitape.
Yeah. Rooting for it.
Alright, let's roll to see if Flexitape was actually in the bag. Yep. Somehow. There's somehow someone there. You hear an alarm start up in the background, though.
I'm gonna rip some of that off and just slap it on.
Alright.
Right.
Give me a roll to see how this works.
What am I rolling? Can I roll strength?
Yep, sure, fuck it. The strength to push against a spraying pipe.
Oh, good lord. 30.
Yep. You managed, despite the power of the water spraying into the floor, you managed to cover the whole thing with your flex tape. Thanks, flex tape.
Thanks, flex tape. And I'm there, like, pointing to it and pointing back, like, yeah, see, this is why I bought this stuff. See what I
Okay, dear, I take it back. It was a good purchase.
In the chaos, once again, Sonny Jim has ran off into the distance towards danger, swinging the axe.
Sonny Jim is ominously like Juniper, I think.
It's good to see roles reversed sometimes.
A little bit.
Oh dear. Alright. So as Sonny Jim charges off towards where the vampires came from, and a puddle on the floor is developing from where the vampire bodies are like rolled into this dip in the floor. There's now some kind of massive pool of vampire blood and some kind of slightly off-coloured water. What are you going to do about the fact that Sonny Jim has disappeared? Or actually, what are you doing now? You've got a bag of books, the nappy bag on the floor, and the fact that Sonny Jim has disappeared.
Well, I've scooped up some books, scooped as much stuff back into the nappy bag as I can, and as I said, Sonny Jim has lovely light-up shoes.
That is true, he does. So in the darkness, you just see these little red lights just appearing.
Yep.
Yep.
It's so good to see him running about happy, but I really wish he would wait for us to catch up, you know? And I go off after him.
Okay.
At a leisurely pace. I'm not running.
Preparing the nose.
I just kind of...
I've got books to, put back on their shelves and stuff. Apart from the ones in my bag, they're staying with me.
Oh, this is marital bliss and murder.
Alright. Let's see, what does Sonny Jim encounter? He turns around the corner and encounters two quite sort of, again, relatively scrawny looking vampires standing. They're looking the opposite direction. Is he going to Rowan's character? Rowan, what's your character name again?
Evelyn Lowell.
Evelyn Lowell. And Klepto, yours was?
Mildred.
Mildred. I think we're going to get an overlay shortly from Mr. AJ, thankfully. Our Lord and Saviour in the world of overlays. So yes, he turned to the corner and there's two vampires looking the opposite way. Is he going to run up and try and swing at them again? Is he going to shout at them? What's he going to do?
How far do the telepathic powers go? Can I, Scanner's style, explode ahead?
You could throw a grenade at them. You probably nicked one.
Don't think you could explode a head, no. Maybe a human's head, but not a vampire.
Okay. And I didn't really grab a grenade or anything like that. He was obsessed with the axe, so the heavy arsenal's back. Going up behind the one on the left, let's say, just arbitrarily, he's going to do the kind of comical over the head, holding it, and one big swing right into the guy's back.
Oh, okay. Do a strength roll.
13.
Yep, plus your strength is it. Yep. So you swing down, you basically clunk this with a very satisfying thwack. It sinks deep into this guy's back. He sort of judders back and sort of slowly falls to the ground in that kind of curling way that someone that's got an expert in their back does. The other vampire... what does the other vampire do? The vampire just sort of looks at him, hit the floor, and just gonna go, ugh, pussy. Just carries on staring forward.
Striking range? Or am I within running and jumping on him range?
You're within running and jumping on stage, yes.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna give like the hand a little quick peck and then quickly just.
Alright. Do a roll. Dex roll.
Yep. Dex again, cool.
Yep.
Nope, no, spell it correctly, Rowan. 18.
Yep. You basically barrel into the back of him. Somehow he wasn't expecting it. So the two of you go rolling off into the middle of the room.
Cool. Gonna bite his head off.
Okay. Do a strength roll for that.
Cool. (26).
Yep. You basically your jaws connect. You bite down. You wrench. The head flies off into your mouth. The blood sprays everywhere. And he is basically he's been decapitated.
Yep. Nice. Yep. Just gonna drop it and be like.
The one on the floor is still rolling around. He's currently, instead of going for his gun, he's currently trying to get the axe out of his back, but he can't reach the exact point it's at.
Can I step on the axe and push it deeper?
You can, yes. What's Sonny Jim doing, first of all?
Seeing what Mum has done in the distance, he runs up and picks up the head and throws it up in the air once or twice, and then throws it to Mummy across the room. Mummy!
Oh, thank you, dear. It's very nice. I prefer the little dish, though. Maybe we can use his skull as a dish.
There's some growling in the background that translates to you can put it on the fridge if you want.
Okay, we put it in fridge. We'll sort it later. Maybe make a nice soup.
On the fridge.
Oh.
Lord.
Alright. Let's just see. Is there anything?
Human head soup.
Yep. At this point, you hear a shout from across the room, and it seems to be a vampire pointing at the now decapitated vampire, and sort of alarmingly pointing towards Evelyn as well.
Can I shoot him with the machine gun?
You can try, yes. Roll it.
That's again.
Mm-hmm.
Okie dokie. I feel like I'm just a very violent person in this one. 13.
Oh, so hang on 1 second. We have an overlay. Thank you very much, AJ. I just need to put this on. 1 second. Da. There we go. Looks fantastic, AJ. Thank you. So yes, 13. You try and shoot. You miss him by. You don't miss him by much, but you miss him by enough that he can dodge out the way.
Okay.
Oh, just realised that's in the wrong channel. 1 second. He just basically dodges for cover and starts shouting. You hear him shouting, "Lycan!"
Is anyone else doing anything?
I'm torn between playing the game and staying in character. I feel like Sonny Jim as a child is just going to run around in the carnage. Like, I just loves this stuff. Like, this is the only time you see that he's animated. He's got emotion when violence and death is occurring, but otherwise he's just null and cold.
That's why Mum's his favourite.
Yeah, she causes that
apparently
stuff.
I'm Evelyn Noel now, but okay, come on. Oh dear. Am I going in for more murder?
I
If you
guess so. I mean, if he can, Sonny Jim would like influence anybody in the room to kind of come out and play. So like telepathically, would try and give that vibe to the enemy if he could, to be like, come out of cover and come and play with me.
Alright, roll int.
Oh, 18.
18 plus your int. Yes, definitely. So you can give this. You sort of telegraph this quite loud signal to pretty much anything nearby that to come out and play. A couple of seconds later, you hear more shouting from the distance.
Everyone's coming to play, Mummy.
It's nice they're summoning your friends for everybody. It's getting really stressed now. Like, I'm done looking for books. I'm like looking at the grenades, like, don't want to use grenades, it'll hurt the books. Machine gun. There was still one left. Maybe.
Oh dear, I guess I'm taking a running leap at the new vampire. Going for a nick again.
Another dex roll.
Yay, more murder. The 22.
Yep. You jump straight onto him. He rolls relatively decent, but not well enough. He manages to avoid your snapping jaws enough to not lose his head this turn. But he can't use his gun. He's not able to sort of get the angle right or get his hand on the trigger enough to try and fire into you.
Gonna rip that out of his hands first thing.
All right. Do a strength roll to try and do that. And
Okie dokie.
after you've done that, we will go to the remaining two.
29.
Yeah, you rip it out of his hands, no problem, and hurl it across the room.
Nice.
All right. So it's now Sonny Jim. What's Sonny Jim doing?
Oh, surely it's Clapdo by now. I've like...
Clapdo's just standing behind you, just going to going, yes, dear, that's good.
But like between a child and a softie, I feel like I'm the one right here.
Darling, don't throw guns, you place them. And I pick up the gun that she's scooted away.
In the middle of the rest of the vampire. First it's the plates, now it's guns. What aren't I allowed to throw?
You can throw Sonny Jim.
He's the child at the enemy.
Just
Sonny
make sure
Jim-
he has his axe.
He
And
runs up
safety
to
helmet on.
he runs up to Mum and grabs her by the hand. He goes, "I'm ready, Mum." Fastball special coming up.
I guess he's like one arm while I'm also like fighting a vampire.
Fighting a vampire under you as this child just ran up and going, again!
Vampire in a head. I've got the child pulling at one. Boys are parenting in a fist fight.
Alright, let's just see. Does anything happen while you do that? No. As you are just looking the other way, there's a sickening snap. And as you look back, you've somehow managed to snap the vampire's neck without meaning to.
I'm just going to hand the corpse to the child for him to kind of like pretend to kill, and then he can have a win, kind of thing.
Oh, you've done so good, Sonny Jim! Well done!
Jim's just kind of like ineffectively punching the guy in the face. Kind of copying the stuff that he saw Mum do.
Gonna give him like a little head ruffle, like.
At this point, you see a very large vampire like stomp into the room. He looks like a sort of more of a heavy kind than the sort of skinny ones you've seen so far. He sort of looks around the room confused with all these corpses.
That's right.
Oh. Is it time for guns again?
Might be.
Does anyone else want to try killing a person, or just go out?
I'm going to try reasoning with him. Excuse me, are you the one that has destroyed these books?
He looks at you and goes, "Ah?"
These books, they are destroyed. Did you do this?
He just looks at you, quite confused. Hang on. He takes the book you're holding from you, and then takes a massive bite out of the end of it, then looks at you again and goes, "Ah?"
I shoot him.
Okay. Roll your dex.
What's my dex?
Pretty good.
Yep. Natural one.
Not good enough.
It's the fucking XCOM scenario. You stood right next to them and you can't get them.
I'm just so much in
one.
shock that he bit a book.
9,
Oh god.
16.
Basically got the gun in his stomach. Somehow. No.
9 is right arm, 16 is broken. You basically fire at point blank range. You miss. You miss the giant man in front of you. Which one of them do you hit?
If it's the kid, can I roll to do a saving dive in front of the kid?
It is, in fact, it is Evelyn you hit. You shunk several bullets through Evelyn's arm. It doesn't do much. It doesn't do much physical damage because it's the one built for. Actually, no, it's the one built for like in killing. Actually, so it does tear away her arm and it breaks it in several places.
Be careful, mummy.
Pathetic dog whimpering noises. Why?
Just squeaking
Right,
coming
okay,
from
so-
as this man in front of you is just still chewing, taking random chewing out of this book and looking at you confused.
While this is
Okay.
taking place, can Sonny Jim sneak up on the guy and if he's got a holstered weapon, try and take it out quietly?
Sure. Roll dex.
Mind blow it or something.
He walks up, he grabs the gun in the holster, and he pulls it. He's not really sure how it's, like, secured, but he keeps pulling at it. Though it doesn't seem to come off. It just seems to be, like, secured to his belt.
Do I need to get in there?
Man looks down between bites of his book at Sonny Jim trying to pull the pistol off his belt.
When we lock eyes, can Sonny Jim try and influence him and like give him the hard stare?
Make him shoot himself.
He bends
Yeah.
down and he goes, "Oh, you lost, little child. You're a vampire, yes? You don't look like anything else. Have you killed your first Lycan today?
He just stares up at him and goes, I'm not lost. You're lost. And tries to influence him to that extent.
Maybe I am lost. Oh, I miss the old country.
Beware, the lord of the land approaches.
As much as possible, I just want to try and transfix him in this moment.
Alright.
While he's transfixed, can I walk up behind him and snap his neck?
You can try.
I've got one working arm.
Hey, Nico. How's it going? That was a very fucking hell. Welcome, waiters. Sorry, I didn't.
Strength?
Sorry, I got distracted for a second there. What's happening there? You were trying to break his neck.
Strength,
roll strength,
right?
yes.
Yeah, cool.
Thank you,
16.
16. You reach down to break his neck. He's got a very thick neck. You can't snap it at the moment, but you do seem to at least make him look round at you as he's still taking bites of this massive book.
I'm just gonna keep trying. It's turning into a weird tussle on the ground.
So, this guy is currently having a small crisis as he thinks one of you is massaging him, one of you has handed him some sort of snack, and there's a small child that just seems to keep reminding him that he's lost. So,
I'm upset that he made me shoot my wife, so I'm gonna try and shoot him again.
alright, roll.
Please stop this again. I am on top of this man.
Sonny Jim's trying to pull the gun still.
Oh, thank fuck.
So yes, at point blank range, you shunk several, was it the ones for Lycans? I can't remember.
Yeah.
Whatever the bolts are for Lycans, you shunk them deep into this
The
vampire's chest.
Quicksilver ones, I think
And
they are.
he sort of makes a sound as they all sunk into him, and he falls forward onto the ground. He is lying on the ground, bleeding everywhere, as I'm sure Sonny Jim is still trying to get the pistol out of his belt.
I look down at the bleeding corpse and my heart's stolen again.
Darling, get the pistol for him. He wants it so badly.
I'll pull the gun off and hand it to the child.
Okay.
Yeah.
And he runs around in a circle and shoots 3 bullets off in the sky.
Alright.
Or into the ceiling, I suppose.
Let's
Make
just-
sure to avoid the books.
I'm a cowboy!
Can everyone just do me a dodge roll as the chandelier above you might have just fallen on you?
Oh, fuck. What's dodge? Is it dex?
Yeah, Dex.
14.
Sonny Jim is fine.
No. No.
No. As the chandelier falls, landing square on top of Mummy and Mummy. Sonny Jim is still running around with his pistol.
And this is
Can
when
I have,
Sonny
like-
Jim became the Phantom of the Opera.
What part of the body did it land on? Hang on. 17 for one of you, 4 for the other. That is right leg, and so it landed on one of your landed on Evelyn's right leg and Mildred's left arm. So you're both pinned to the floor by those parts of the body at the moment. As this massive chandelier is lying on top of you.
Can I heave it off?
Do your strength roll.
Thank you. Oh, dearie me, this is certainly something. 24?
Yep. As the big strong lichen you are, you manage to hurl the chandelier off you. So it's now it's now Mildred to see if they can shake the remaining bits of the chandelier off them as well.
Oh dear. Yeah.
Yep, no problem. They do that with relative ease. So the two of you are standing up. You are very bruised from the chandelier lying on top of you, and Evelyn's arm is now totally mangled from being broken in several places.
Should probably get that looked at.
You still hear the sound of something running towards the entrance you just came in, alerted by the sound of the chandelier falling. Also alerted by the sound of Sonny Jim randomly shooting into the ceiling. What was Sonny Jim doing while they were pinned to the floor?
He's stood quietly with the gun held behind his back, with a malevolent smile on his face. Just
Soon.
not like nodding or anything, but like just enjoying the moment. More carnage, more chaos.
Alright.
Can I use some flex tape to try and fix my dear wife's arm?
Sure. Thanks, Flex Tape. Do a int roll to see how your first aid skills go.
Oh dear.
This is how products end up with that long list of like, don't use it for this, don't
I've
do
now
it
got
with
flexi
it,
tape
like-
on my arm.
You now have your arm stuck to your side of your body by your fur getting caught in the flex tape.
Oh, good look. Right. I might have to.
Did you keep it straight in one place?
Yeah, but I can't move one of my arms. If I do, I'm tearing your hair out.
Yes, but the arm is broken. Don't move it anyway. You have
What?
an arm.
Yeah.
Where we're just
Horrible
grumbling.
grambling. Horrible grambling and like just arm waving. Trying to
Darling, I need 2 arms to be working for cuddles.
Just kind of sits down like, okay, fine, you're in charge. Try and cross my arms, but it's basically just putting one hand like that.
Alright. So, as I said before, there's the sound of someone, there's the sound of at least 2 more people running towards the entrance of the room you're in.
Can I tell what direction they're coming from?
Yes, they're coming from the room that the big gentleman came from a moment ago. The book tour.
Okay. Right, how am I going to do this with one arm? Can I hold a machine gun braced against my chest and just stand in the doorway and just fire off at them?
Yep. Roll dex.
Cool. Time for more murder. No, I'm doing that wrong again. 13.
You managed to do some sort of suppressing fire. Unless they roll badly, they're not going to get hit by it. Nope. They seem to stop before running in, and they seem to be shouting amongst themselves.
I'm gonna fucking throw the gun on the ground. This shit's useless and lob a grenade at them.
Okay, well, while you pull the grenade out, what's Sonny Jim doing?
He's guiltily walked up, like it might be an act, you can't quite tell. He's guiltily walked up to Mummy, and he holds out the gun and he goes, I'm sorry, Mummy, I didn't mean to.
It wasn't your fault, darling. It was that damn book tour. And she kicks the corpse of the book tour. You did nothing wrong. You've never done anything wrong, Sonny Jim. You're a good boy.
Alright.
And he looks over to see the grenade pin being pulled.
I like to think it's like pulled out with his teeth and just lobbed at this point.
Alright, do a roll, see how you go.
Can I roll my strength?
Yeah, fuck it, why not?
I'm throwing a thing. Like, it's
sure.
strength, right?
Sure.
13.
The grenade bounces off the door frame and comes back towards you.
Oh, fuck, I'll just kick it quickly away.
Okay. Roll dex to kick the incoming grenade.
Come on, dice. Be nice to me, please. I'm trying to defend my wife and kid. 9.
Let's see. Nope. You miss. The grenade rolls over, bounces on the ground towards Sonny Jim and Mildred. So if the two of them want to do it, well, does Sonny Jim know a grenade coming towards him will do?
And you read my mind, because Sonny Jim is running straight. Well, he's got an idea that his mum was going to throw it at them, so he's going to run up to it. Go, don't worry, Mummy, I've got it. And he picks it up and...
No, before he did it, I've
he
kicked
can
it.
pick it up. Oh. We're racing then.
Mummy has kicked it out of Sonny Jim's hand.
It's like, no, Sonny Jim.
It flies straight back towards Evelyn.
Can I run and try and shield the child and wife behind a bookshelf?
Sure. Dex roll.
Like it's lobbing towards me and I'm running the opposite way trying to get them safe. What am I rolling for this?
Dex.
Oh, for fuck's sake, my dex never works. 18.
18's fine. 18 you managed to avoid it hitting you straight in the face and exploding.
Thank God.
See, it was just a nice game between mummies.
I scoop you both up under the armpits and dive behind a bookshelf.
Well, both on one arm, because you can't move the other arm. It's stuck to your swing.
You're both under one arm, skidding. Oh,
So yes,
will transforming back fix my arm due to bone moving?
no idea. We'll have to work that out in time.
Hope so. Because they seem to just push puppets out of them in the films.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. So you've hidden behind the bookshelf with everyone else as this massive Why are you wet, Cat? This massive explosion happens. Sorry, I have to say to jump up and maybe soaking wet. So yes, there's a massive explosion in the room. What happens next? You hear the sound sort of as the explosion happens and everything sort of rings out around the rest of the room. You're listening, and it seems like the vampires outside the room are also listening to see what's happening. Oh, AJ. AJ.
Terrible.
Terrible. Right. So, are you gonna make any noise, or are you gonna do anything first before the vampires react?
Where are they again?
They are outside in the sort of next room along.
I'm gonna look at my broken arm, look at the wife and kids, and kind of just point to the emergency X and go,
I think that's maybe for the best.
No, I don't want to go home yet.
I'm just gonna pull the kid onto my back and just start walking for the exit and being like, you know, you're going right to your room when you're back.
No, he lives bed first, darling.
And then bed.
Doing the classic.
Not getting your ice cream tonight. You're pulling on the.
So let's see what happens when they do start firing after you.
Right.
I
They
turned
don't hit you,
round
but they do start firing after you.
I turned round and, like, I was walking backwards while we're going to the emergency exit. I'm doing, like, a suppressing fire
Okay.
to just, like, try and ward them off. That's
Do a dex roll.
Dex.
Vampire in a cardigan playing down suppression fire.
13.
As you're laying down suppressing fire, there's a sound of a sort of ching, and can everyone do me a dodge roll, please? As another chandelier plummets from the ceiling, its chain now shattered.
How many chandeliers does this library have?
Well, none now.
13.
20.
So Sonny Jim, where did they hit Sonny Jim? 6. I think 6 was right arm, isn't it? 6 is right arm. So yeah, it lands, clips Sonny Jim as you're holding him on his back, and he flies off to the side and is pinned to the ground by his right arm.
He just starts wailing.
I'll try and get the chandelier off him.
Yeah, One also, like, standing in front of them trying to, like, ward off bullets in the process.
18.
Yep. You sort of eventually manage to lift the chandelier off the arm of Sonny Jim, who's very unhappy that he's been squashed.
I'm not, darling, but it's time for Penance, Beth.
But my arm.
It's okay. You can grow a new one.
There's some growling as Evelyn's like pulling out the nappy bag and the first aid kit. I know that carries in the bag. No, I'm getting names muddled.
Will you kiss it better, Mummy?
I give his arm a little kiss and I put a nice little froggy plaster on it.
Okay.
They're all better now.
Can Mildred roll me a int roll for the blood memories, which we've not used at all in this, but we probably should have done from Sonny Jim.
The blood memories of Sonny Jim's victims. 12.
Yep, you currently are sort of in a sort of stupor from remembering a past history of Sonny Jim, which is lots and lots of fires for some reason.
I'm just looking at this, looking at the child, looking at my comatose wife, like, right, okay, pick him up, off we go. Just gonna jog back to the flat.
Okay.
That's enough murder for one day.
Okay. So let's see, do they still try and follow you? Yes, they still try and follow. As you sort of run through the front door, they are still following you.
Can I smash the lock on the door so they close behind me and they're locked in?
Yeah, do a strength roll.
Go. Typing. 31.
Yep, natural 20, definitely. You smash something on the side as you run out the door. The door swings shut and somehow manage to barricade themselves shut.
Cool. Is there a small ventilation shaft I can throw a whole bunch of grenades down?
For a natural 20, sure.
Yeah, cool.
So let's just see what the effect of that is. There's several massive explosions. The library itself is entirely ablaze.
I really
If not
like
a
that
crater.
library.
I know you did.
At least you have
Do
your
you
bag
have
of
to
books.
destroy every library we move next to? Maybe once, just one library can be nice for me, please.
Next one.
Promise.
I promise. As long as vampires don't come after us again. I like to think I'm back.
Are the worst.
Armin is swaying outside as the fire. Arms around
burns. A nice cup of tea.
Yep, yeah, we just bought tea from across the road from like the 24/7 cafe, sipping out of styrofoam mugs. Like, yep, this happened again. Another library on fire. What is this? 13th library we're at now?
Yes, 13th.
I did like number 7. 7 was good. Less
Oh, that
chandeliers.
was good.
Yeah.
I know. What were they thinking? Chandeliers in a library?
Bit too much, I think. A bit too much. I mean, next time let's go more like public library. You know, like it's just
Yes.
a bit more laid back. A lot of like true crime novels. You know, that kind of section.
Some lovely evening classes. Oh, all the good
Oh.
things.
Pottery class. Got to have a pottery class.
Oh, yes. So Sonny Jim can make some nice dishes to keep teasing.
Especially since I keep breaking them. Apparently, I don't mean to.
I know. He just needs to make them stronger.
The claws, you know, they're so hard to hold things with.
I know, darling.
The hands don't move quite as well. I can't shoot a gun properly, apparently.
But you hold me very well.
Oh, thank you. You know, you too.
And as we slowly pan away from this lovely image, what's Sonny Jim doing as we pan away? He's still
Sonny
playing
Jim
with his gun.
He's pulled the plaster off a bit and is just poking the wound repeatedly. And as the conversation turned towards innuendo, he kind of like looked up and intentionally caught the eye of one or both of his parents, quote unquote, to make it extra awkward.
We still got the car out back, don't we?
Maybe.
It's a car 2 blocks away. That'll work, right? I call the babysitter. We can call the babysitter, right? We have a babysitter.
Yeah, babysitter. I love babysitters. All the babysitters.
Jeez, dear. But remember, you can't stare at them without blinking again. They don't like it. I don't know why.
You gotta blink at least once a minute, love. Alright?
Please.
Blink. Show me you can blink. Child, do you want to go to bed early? You won't be getting dressed into bed.
Oh, my eyes are starting to water.
As we pan away from such a beautiful scene, we shall end this random one shot on that.
I kind of want to continue this now.
Yeah, maybe we'll come back to this one day.
Family unit that's come together.
Very strange family unit, but it works.
I have done a very rough sketch of the family. I'll post it in the Discord.
Yeah, I'll do one too. Fuck it, I don't know. I need to draw more.
Alright, so anyone who has not joined our Discord, this is our Discord link. If I don't know, on capitals, fuck it, it still works anyway. So that is that. Apologies it wasn't Dark Tower this week, but I think we've had kind of fun with what we've played instead, even if we only came with the idea half an hour before we started.
It's somehow worked out to be something, you know?
It's better than some ideas we've had. So yes, if you want to get yourself some RPG goodness, we have both affiliate links with dndice.co.uk, who do some fantastic metal and my brain has forgotten the word. Is it resin? Is it plastic?
Acrylic.
Acrylic. Yes, do metal and acrylic dice. They do some fantastic dice. Eventually, one day, I will own the very expensive Damascus steel dice. It is not today, but I will own them one day because I really fucking want them. And also, if you want to augment your game with anything, we have an affiliate code for gemhammer.com, which is Jahan & Sons Gaming. They do like decks of many things. They do lots of stuff that you can use in your RPG games to sort of bring more stuff in. We've done episodes before called Dark, where we basically just draw from it all the time. We're probably overdue one of them as well. I'll probably do one of them next time. We do one of these just for the fuck of it, just to add more shit to it. But yes, that is all of our stuff. Thank you very much to Neko for raiding in with us today, for bringing more folk in, because it's massively appreciated. If anyone doesn't follow Neko, they should. She's fantastic. She does a lot. She's the one that usually does the Scooby-Doo games that we raid into at the end of Dark Tide, and she also does a bunch of she does some RPG stuff. I think she's planning, if I remember right, to do some RPG stuff in future. But she does a lot of the games she does do. I'm trying to remember what she's played now. I remember Scooby-Doo games. But yes, she does some fantastic stuff. She's definitely worth your time, definitely worth following. But everyone else that is here, where can they find you? What do you do? So, starting with Mr. Eden. You're muted, Eden.
Something is wrong with your mic anyway.
Is it working again? I think it is.
Yes, it's working.
You can find me, Monkey Magic Eden is my username on most things. Just search for that, you'll find me. I do podcasting related stuff, obviously with you guys, for Penance. I also do Pretending with Dice with AJ. Just search for Pretending with Dice, pretendingwithdice.com. You'd find us there. I also stream Clone Hero. Can I talk? Maybe. It's ending soon, so it's probably fine.
Trying to get back into your normal voice after an hour and a half.
I just realised the chat is behind. The chat's been behind.
I also do Clone Hero. And yeah, that's Bootleg Guitar Hero. And I'm getting ever closer to the hot pants.
Yep.
Will make sense if you ever watch the stream.
When he perfects a song, he'll be wearing golden hot pants, and we shall have a fantastic day.
Yes, a very
It will be the best day.
Sparkling in the sun. In this case.
Anything you want to plug, Ron?
I exist. I do Penance once a week. I have a DeviantArt. Ice Storm Tundra.
Oh,
does that count?
Your art is fantastic, love. You should have more. We should plug it far more often than we do. But that's still great. And also, Klepto. Do you have anything you'd like to plug, Klepto? You also does fantastic art. Klepto is the one that does all the art that we have on our Be Right Back screens and stuff. It's
Yes, I do
stuff.
much art.
It remembers me very much of my Void Cat, who I really, really miss, and I kind of want to ask you to do some sort of weird Void Angel thing that I can use. But yeah, I will.
Well, there is something in the works.
Thank you. As ever, we massively appreciate all the art you do for us. But yeah, that is us. Today was very much a random one shot, but hopefully it's gone doing well enough. Maybe we'll do it again in the future, depending what the response to it is. Our next streams after this are, I'm trying to remember, tomorrow night Mr. Greg is back in the DM chair. He is doing Verlaston, if I believe. And AJ has sadly departed because he has stuff on Mondays and he doesn't really want to continue for the moment because he has just other things he has to do. But they have a new member joining, and it will be Verlaston with, of course, Mr. Eden up there, with Amy, who's usually in Darktide, and Dragon. I forgot if Dragon was a part of it for a second there. So yes, that's tomorrow night. Tuesday is Barrow Trauma with myself. There's no Mr. Tom this week because he's away in Norfolk for some weird fucking reason. But it should be myself, Meow, and Zeph playing Barrow Trauma. Then afterwards I'm going to finish Stray, which is also a fantastic game if anyone wants to pick it up. It's amazing. Wednesday should be me and Belray. We should be finishing Saints Row 3 this week. So we are finishing stuff for some reason this week. So yeah, that's Wednesday. Thursday is going to be back to being indie horror, where we'll play some weird and wonderful shit. And then Friday is going to be Raft again, because there's no Mr. Tom. It might just be sailing around and upgrading the ship, but we'll make it a laugh. And then next Sunday's more Dark Tide, hopefully. We should be back, hopefully with everyone in, and it should be fun. So yeah, that's the very boring recap of what we'll do the next week. But yeah, once again, thank you everyone who's watched along, thank you everyone who's rated in. Thank you all for watching, and if you enjoy this kind of weird stuff, please give us a follow, because it massively helps us out. Let me just see if we know anyone else who is on, that we can continue the hype train. Let's see. Would you rather... let's see who we got. We have Darren playing Myst. I think it's just gone live. We have someone doing Warhammer models. Any preference for those two?
Warhammer sounds fun.
Yeah, why not?
Alright, so I've just checked that they're actually there. It's Esmeralda, who is I think she's from somewhere in England. She does figure Warhammer miniature painting and stuff like that. Her stuff's genuinely fantastic. I don't really chat much in her streams, but I do really, really like her work. So yeah, we'll just roll into her. So thank you once again. I know I've said thank you so many fucking times, but it's just an autopilot now. But yeah. Hydrate, you say? Slanger. Right. Let's raid into her. So, yeah, wish you all the best for your days. Let's do some random waving. Catch you all next time.
Bye.
Bye.